Hello everyone, I'm Trung with VTV International. You're watching the English bulletin VTV News for the latest events related to Vietnam. First, let's get you up to date with headlines. National Assembly deputies propose supreme supervision in ODA use and management. And later, a festival in New York promotes Vietnam's cultural heritage. On to the first update of the hour. The National Assembly on Monday discussed the draft program of supervision activities in 2015. Regarding the issue, Lê Thị Nga, Deputy Chairwoman of the Judiciary Committee, proposed to implement supreme supervision in ODA management and use. Nga argued that taking into account the increasing public debt, it was necessary to guarantee the spending and management of ODA. She added that in recent years, ODA has significantly contributed to the socio-economic development, infrastructure construction, and poverty and hunger alleviation. The National Assembly deputy confirmed the National Assembly should have a scrutiny and oversight role in ODA use and management. This would enhance accountability to the public in the use of ODA. The National Assembly should work with the government to closely supervise the use and management of ODA. Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee met with local enterprises and business associations to try and resolve their raw material import headaches on Monday. Business representatives voiced their concern that they are facing difficulties in importing materials for textiles, footwear, plastic, rubber, and food production. Materials from China were among the hardest items to import, and the city's Department of Industry and Trade also reported that export turnover to China in the last 5 months dropped 4.4% compared to last year. The city is trying to resolve this problem by looking for new foreign markets and support enterprises with loans and reduced taxes. In other news, in recent years, agricultural productivity in the Mekong River Delta has slowed down, resulting in less stable incomes. In response to this situation, Bến Tre province has encouraged local people to adopt ecotourism activities so as to improve the quality of agricultural products and to increase profits. This model has proved to be a success so far.
Đại Lộc Ecotourism Garden welcomes approximately 800 visitors a day. For a fruit garden of 2 hectares, this often means it's overcrowded. However, the owner is very happy as they can now sell more fruits at higher prices. Visiting the garden was a lot of fun. The air is fresh and we get to try so many types of fresh fruits.
There are a lot of advantages in this model. When we sell fruits to visitors, we don't have to go through the middleman, so prices are more reasonable and our net income also increases. We have joined training sessions to learn more about ecotourism, so we now have basic knowledge and can serve our visitors better.
At the moment, Bến Tre province has taken the lead in operating ecotourism gardens in the Mekong River Delta with 47 sites. Some of these gardens are owned by private individuals, while other sites are operated by local people with support from the authorities.
We aim to develop eco-fruit gardens, where the garden owners have to follow exact guidelines on applying pesticides.
Attracting tourists helps to increase fruit consumption, especially when many gardens are experiencing an excess as they enter harvest season. However, in order to develop this model sustainably, the industry needs proper orientation and needs to provide staff training and investment support to improve the quality and services of these ecotourism gardens.
Quảng Bình Province Customs Department launched the Vietnam Automated Cargo Clearance Systems at Cha Lo border gate on Monday. This new system is the achievement of 2 years of the e-Customs project. The project aims to assist the General Department of Customs in developing an automated cargo clearance systems using Japanese technology. The application of the system will enhance import-export customs clearance. Currently, more than 200 businesses in Quảng Bình and in the country have registered to participate in the system.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast. rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News for the latest updates related to Vietnam. A Japanese language training program was officially launched on Monday in Chiba Prefecture in Japan to provide language classes for Vietnamese caregivers and orderlies. This is part of the Vietnam-Japan Economic Partnership Agreement, opening up more cooperation opportunities in the health sectors between the two countries. More details from our reporter in Japan.
Speaking at the opening ceremonies of the Japanese language training program, Deputy Ministers of Foreign Affairs Seiji Kihara emphasized the importance of the event as it opened up more human resource cooperation activities for Vietnam and Japan. Japan currently needs more workers to look after its elderly population. Therefore, Vietnamese workers are expected to fill in this gap for some hospitals in Japan.
More than half of the Vietnamese who applied for the nurse training program in Japan have passed the Japanese entry standard test. This is good news as it shows the diligence and determination of Vietnamese candidates.
Among 1,138 candidates who came to Japan for the program, 21 are applying for caregiver licenses and 117 to become orderlies. Japanese has also recruited workers from other countries, including the Philippines and Indonesia. However, not many have received licenses for caregivers.
The rate for passing the caregiver exams is only about 30% of the Philippines and Indonesia. We are hoping that Vietnam might have a higher rate in obtaining licenses. With a job as orderlies, Vietnamese might achieve a higher rate of passing than the Japanese at 64%.
These nursing and caregiving practices require very high skill in Japanese language. Vietnamese candidates are given 3 years to obtain a caregiver license and 4 years for orderly licenses. I find it very difficult to learn kanji or Chinese characters and professional terms. Other than that, we are pretty familiar with caregiving and orderlies practices as we have experienced at many hospitals before. The second group of Vietnamese caregiver candidates to Japan was accepted last November. They will be coming to Japan for training and working in June 2015.
There are currently about 5,000 victims of Agent Orange living in the central city of Da Nang. Over recent years, local organizations and individuals have spared no efforts in helping and taking care of them. As a result, Agent Orange victims are no longer alone in dealing with their diseases or poor living conditions.
All 3 generations of Nguyễn Hữu Hung's families have suffered from the effects of Agent Orange. Thanks to the monthly allowances from local authority, support in building the house, and many visits by the Da Nang Association for Victims of Agent Orange, Hung now lives a better life.
Many people know me and my family through the Da Nang Association for the Victims of Agent Orange. Their help means a lot of me. Before, life was so hard, but now with this help, it has become better.
For anyone who first visits the Da Nang Center for sponsoring Agent Orange dioxins victims, they will be surprised at how optimistic these kids with disabilities can be. From kids with autism, depressions, and even violence tendencies, but now more than 160 Agent Orange child victims have become friendly and easygoing after being well taken care of. Do you like studying at this center?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I get to learn many things, learn to make flowers, how to embroider. I have friends to play with me here. Staying home wasn't as fun.
The Da Nang Association and its branches have been supporting the victims not only physically but emotionally as well. The center so far has succeeded in calling for the society to join hands to help these victims. Some activities did not even ask for state funds to run.
I returned to Vietnam in 2008. It had been 39 years since I was here, and I want to continue to write stories and do film videos I want to start a website.
Taking care of the Agent Orange victims and needy children is the responsibility that our company needs to share with society. Together with the state support, more activities can be held and contribute better to supporting Agent Orange victims.
Difficulties still remain for many Agent Orange victims and their families. However, they are no longer alone as more and more individuals and organizations are joining together to help them ease the pains and move on better with their everyday life.
The 6th Asia-Pacific Cultural Heritage Festival, which opened in Suffolk County in the Long Island District in New York on May 25th, was a chance to introduce the cultural values of the Asia-Pacific region. The event attracted the participation of 10 countries and territories, including Vietnam.
At the festival, visitors experienced the rich culture of different Asian countries such as Thailand, the Philippines, India, and the Republic of Korea. The Vietnamese representatives showcased the country's unique cultural identity through folk dances and traditional music instruments like đàn bầu, monochords, or đàn tranh, or zither. Diệp Linh, a Vietnamese student studying in the United States, used to play modern instruments, now feels a strong bond with the traditional Vietnamese monochord.
I am very proud that the monochord is one of Vietnam's best-known instruments. Although having only one string, it can emit many sounds with various feelings.
The spirit of harmony and the beauty of all the different cultures and the ability to experience the music, arts and crafts.
The beautiful melodies and graceful dance performances have shown a desire for integrations and helped promote Vietnam's culture to international friends.
And that's also the last piece of news we have for you in this hour. Before saying goodbye, let's take a quick look at today's weather forecast. This is the end of our news bulletin for this hour. Thank you very much for being here with us. Simply visit our website at vtv4.vn to rewatch any of our programs online. For now, goodbye from Hanoi.